Hey guys, it's your girl here, Tanisha at workwithtanisha.com. So I'm just going on a video rant and I'm listening to Dennis Kimbro. He's amazing and he's inspiring me to just do all these videos. And he's talking about a lot. Like, guys, you gotta subscribe to Dennis Kimbro. So he's saying that I'm black. He only talks about black people. Black people, $1.7 trillion come through our hands every year. That's a lot of money. And he said, out of that $1.7 trillion that come through our hand every year, we have nothing to show for it. Okay. Then he goes to say that, if you want to build wealth, 15% of every dollar that you get, you need to save at least 15%. Now, how many people actually do that? Not too many. I don't even do that, right? And then it says Walmart is the number one, and then Mickey D's, McDonald's is number two employer of black people. And the CEOs and founders are white, right? So what is that saying? He's saying that people are settling for anything because they don't have a standard. People are not valuing anything, because they don't have a standard. They work at Walmart and rolling up in a BMW. They're working at McDonald's and rolling up in a Benz. He said, it doesn't make any sense. He said, black people are 8 times more to buy a BMW. He said, why? He said, easily you can go into, the dealership and the dealership and make the payment so enticing to you that you would do it. You're not worried about, if you lose your job or, if you don't have any savings or if you can't afford it, you just know that you want to do it. Now, I read an article where the gentleman was talking about why black people are so, so competitive. Right, so competitive. We feel like we only doing something when when we got Jordans on, when we got a new car, or we got a new hairdo, or we got our nails done. We only feel like that from the outside appearance. He said we don't feel good from the inside. So this is why we got to compete against one each other to make ourselves feel good in front of other people. So this guy is really eye opening. And then he said, success demands a price that must be paid in full. No, he talks about, goes into, there's not enough black businesses. Okay, we're not taught entrepreneurship. Okay, we're not taught. So this is the individual duty, right? This is why I say, success. This is why I read, every day here that success is my duty. This is why I read stuff like this, guys. This is why I have my checkup to remind me. Then I got stuff like this, who's got my money, things like that, things of that nature. This is why I listen to my boy. This is why I read stuff like this, guys, because he talks about there's not enough black businesses in our communities. It's not. He said there's just not. He said the $1.7 trillion that we're getting that's coming through our hands every single year is going out of the community. So we can't grow. We always want to be in competition. We're going to always be bonded. Our brains are always going to be shackled because we're not really expanding this first. We're not putting this in. We're not putting this in. And we're damn sure not putting this in. All right, what are we actually putting in? We're putting in Nicki Minaj, we're putting in Beyonce, we're putting in other rappers. We're putting in Empire, we're putting in Atlanta Housewives. So we're putting all of these different negative forces in our mind that keeps us bonded, that keeps us in shackles, instead of putting things like this that's going to open and expand our mind. So this is why, guys, I tell you, work part-time on a business that can help you grow for you and your family. Work part-time. Yes, it's going to be work. Yes, it's going to be a lot of work. Yes, it's going to take a lot of money. Yes, it's going to take a lot of energy. But guys, why not do it? What is your alternative? Your alternative is to what? Retire broke? Living on Social Security and your pension? What is the alternative? Work part-time on a fortune, guys, while you're working full-time on your job. 2 hours a day, guys. Work 2 hours a day on your fortune for the next 40 years. Just like you're working 8 to 10 hours on your job for 40 years every day. Work 2 hours a day on your fortune, guys, for 40 years. For 40 years, right? So you won't be a part of the statistics. Okay, but part of the statistics, my guys, truthfully, I work about 2 to 3 to 4 hours, maybe 5 hours a day. Some days I'm just sitting on my couch on the phone, calling people, texting people, exposing people to my opportunity, exposing people to me, things of that nature, guys. So you really have to open up your mind. Work part-time. Guys, on a fortune. And work full-time on your job, because your job is going to fuel your fortune, and eventually you'll be able to quit your job and work full-time on your fortune. So what if it take you 5 years to go full-time working your business? So what if it take you 1 year? So what if it take you 10 years? Guys, you still ahead of the game. You still ahead of the game, guys. If it take you 10 years to work full-time on your fortune, making 100,000 a month. It sure beats retiring broke. It sure beats retiring and not really even ever living. So these are things to think about, guys. These are things to think about, right? Even in the white community, not just black, the white community as well, right? It's just going through this cycle of poverty, being impoverished, can't grow, can't get to the next level, can't grow, can't, be focused. None of this stuff. Okay? None of this stuff. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What do you want? Right? Do you want to start a health and wellness company, or do you want to start a credit repair company or service? Right? Because both companies that I'm a part of, okay, one, we plan for retirement. Well, both is retirement plans. And, one is health and wellness, and another one is geared towards you, your children, helping your children, get better finances. In both businesses, you can build part-time, working on your fortune. And then by default, people will join you, right? By default, if people see you serious about building your fortune, you're going to attract other people that want to build their fortune as well. But you got to learn the skill. You got to gain the skills. The number one law of wealth is gaining knowledge. So like I said, even if it take you a year to understand business, so what? It sure beats working and retiring broke. It sure beats working and retiring, don't have nothing to look forward to. But the choice is yours, guys, right? I'm here every day. I'm still rock. I'm still raw. I'm still continue to attract lawyers and doctors and, people that want to build a legacy too. But you got to stop and say, you know what? The time is now. The time is now. The time is now for me to rock and roll and start my part-time business. And don't think small. Starting up some part-time, what's the lowest level? No, coming on the highest level. Start expanding your mind from Jump Street. Because if you start a business part-time, thinking small, you still doing nothing. Start a business part-time, coming on the highest level. Whatever the business costs, coming on the highest level. Invest as much money as possible. Invest as much time. Invest in your reading and putting the good stuff in your mind. I'm doing it. I'm helping other people do it. It's your turn. SuccessLevelCoaching.com, guys.